There was no sane reason why I should in any way, shape, or form be optimistic. That being said, I thought the trailer for The War Between the Land and the Sea, if it's not a Doctor Who thing, you know, if you separate from that, actually looked quite good. Let's look at that trailer. Where is it? Oh, that's quite a way back. The War Between the Land and the Sea. There you go.
The tides have drawn us together.
Okay, well, is that a redesigned Sea Devil over there? Yeah, they look kind of shit, right? And it look like she's wearing a mask. Do they have the big Sea Devil-y eyes? I can't really tell. It looks like they're wearing it, like much like the newly designed Silurians, right? They're wearing like this face mask.
We could make a difference, you and I.
Okay, the other problem with Foundation, by the way, is okay. They got rid of they crunched down the two annoying, stunning and brave little black girls who are the cure to everything, the key to everything. They really scrunched them down. However, they brought in this new couple with this military guy who's in charge of their, like a general in charge of admiral in charge of a fleet, who was in like this awful jail. And it's all about him being gay. I'm like, fuck off with all this shit. All right, get off. Oh, look, it's UNIT. How boring.
End the conflict between our species before it's too late.
So that's, what's her name? Martha's sister. And look, she's very pretty. And again, if this wasn't Doctor Who, if this wasn't saying, oh, these are Sea Devils, and they, look, these are shit for Sea. I'm like, really, it's a shit redesign. It really is. It really genuinely is. Oh. But as its own thing, I think I might like it. I don't know.
I don't know why you chose me for any of this. You have to stop!
She just has no authority whatsoever.
Will you trust me, Barclay?
Is that a more traditional looking Sea Devil we just saw? No, they're wearing their face mask thing again. This is going to be shit. Well, I don't understand. Why reinvent something to be nothing like the original? Keep, a flavor of the original around. I mean, look at Omega here. This was some of the concept art for it. And when you see the concept art, you go, wait. Is that parody? The fish lady looks like a joke. No. But you can say that about the... listen, if you were going to take a piss out of woke Doctor Who, that season finale is what it would look like. Right? It generally would. Hang on a second. Is this it? Yeah. Doink. So this is the concept art for Omega. Why Omega? Why? Okay, he brings something up that nobody knows what it is, and then you make it nothing like what it was, and then eats the Rani. I mean, look, there was the two Ranis. Like, let's see if I can pull that up. Hang on. This was just so bizarre. The whole thing was just like, what? What's going on? 1 second. The moment where she's eaten. It was reasonably early on, like halfway through. Oh man, I hated that when he used like this ray gun to stop the Did she eat her yet? Hang on. Like, it's just so dumb.
Well, I think you'll find
that you've easily destroyed. They put a lot of work in that effect shot. For what? For what?
So sweet.
All right, well, they get a good life from these dogs in a second. Oh, come on. Where does she leave? Oh, she's still in it there. Hang on. I think I got it.
Introduce to you the Rani. This little thing.
So much for the 2 Ranis. It's a good night from me.
Okay, now I saw it. I'm not so against it. I was like, oh, it's kind of fun. Right? I just thought, what were they thinking? Again, and what goes through your mind? Go, oh, yeah, let's do this. And also here's some more concept. Like, oh, Jodie Whittaker was so powerful. Oh, so brave, so stunning. He's just not. Right? And him regenerating. It's you're gonna want to hope they did this with AI, right? I hope he didn't pay anybody to do this. It's not good, ladies and gentlemen. It's not good. Anyway, let's. I got a whole bunch of stuff over here. Where should we start? Lots of Russell Lee Davis things. Where is it? Hang on. I'm going through. Oh, yeah, it's over here. Again, the road to ruin, well, I think it was kind of obvious in hindsight. But I didn't see it. Genuinely, I didn't see it coming. I'm such a schmuck. Right? What's this one from?
This representation is going to mean so much to so many of us.
Thank you. Yes.
So this is before Series 1, where he thought he's going to get that, that round of applause he gets in cocktail parties in wherever swanky elitist piece of shit place he lives or goes to, right? So that's this is what's going on. That's what he expected the whole world to say. Oh, Russell, we love that you were so sensitive to handicapped people and made Davros boring and awful, so everybody hates it. Oh, we're so thankful.
Jinx and so many more. What does that mean to you?
Well, it's funny. See, I don't think of it as representation. I think of it as life. It's my life.
Yeah, I understand, Russell. You live in a fucking bubble, right? I could represent my life and have Doctor Who go to synagogue every morning. Would that work out? No, because that's not that relatable, is it? You got to understand that you're a minority. You can't be a minority and have complete social dominance. And you go, oh, you don't complete social dominance. Yes, you fucking do. Yeah, yes, you bloody do. You destroyed Doctor Who with this nonsense, right? So I think that's complete social. And again, everyone at the BBC went, oh yeah, this is a great idea. It's going to work out great. Oh, Disney's going to be so fucking excited, right? This is going to be so excited. Yeah, well, they did have a reaction. Just not the one you thought.
I kind of rather bemused when people sort of say, you're representing things now, because I think that's just people I live with and know and love, and it's very normal to me. I don't know any other way to make it.
Okay, I understand chicks with dicks is normal to you, right? For me, buying a lemon-like fruit and a big twig, a big leaf for $150 is normal to me in the Jewish holiday of Sukkot in the autumn, right? That's normal to me. Right? But it's not fucking normal. Fuck me. Understand, we all live in our own little worlds. We're trying to appeal to everyone.
Things, and some people might come along and make a fuss about that, but I've moved on by then.
Oh, you moved on by then? Yeah. How's that working out for you, mate? Again, this arrogance that we can do whatever we want because we're the future. No, you're not. Right? No, you're fucking not.
So I don't care. It's like...
You care now, you can't. I think you fucking do, don't you?
It's a great thing to see. I think Doctor Who's a great big open door for everyone.
Except most people. It's a great big open door for everyone except most people, except Christians, religious Christians or Jews or Muslims. It's a big open door for everyone, just except the few people who actually, the audience. right? That's why your audience was pissed away. Because the normies looked at your woke shit and went, fuck off, Russell. Oh, just fuck off. And they were so ready to like it. This could have been as successful as The Mandalorian was in season 1, right? This could have been super successful. And boy, did you blow it, right?
To come and see, even if you're straight as a nail, then come and watch because there's lots in this for you.
I am straight as a nail, and we didn't come and watch. There wasn't lots enough in it for us. Because here's the thing, something that like really takes its time to platform an ideology, right? That's not mine, but I'm not really interested in it, right? I'm not interested in it. So, yeah, I'm sorry.
Thank you so much for your time. I better let you go.
Very much. Thank you.
Yeah, again, not so smug now, is he? Right? Not so smug now. Let's look at his first column. Hang on, we'll go over here. Pocket mags. Where was his first column of the revival? Oh, God, they were also like... again, me too. I was like, this is going to be brilliant. This is going to be the bestest ever. So we go... My library. We'll start with that. And Doctor Who magazine. Okay, back. Do you think this was the first one? Jodie's last one? Let's have a look. Or was it this is Chibnall's swan song? We fucked it up. We fucked it up, and we can't get any worse than this. It can't, and it did, and it did. Oh yeah, so this is Chibnall's farewell. I remember it just being boring as hell. Oh God, Chibnall! Whoever told you could write, they were lying. They were just trying to be nice to you. You can do anything if you believe in it. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. Do we get production notes in this one? Oh, here we go. Let's see what you got to say. This is the first one when he came back. When's this from? Hang on. Let's look at the info page. When is this from? 2018. Okay, so this is... I mean, doesn't that look like Rosie O'Donnell, Marvin Garrity? 2018, so 7 years ago. Minimally 7 years ago. What month was it? When was it? December. Okay, 20th. Yeah, so quite some time ago. And we were all so excited. Yes, it's all going to work out well. Production note. And again, at this point, he knew exactly what he was doing. Queer Doctor Who. Right? And learning that in hindsight, it makes a total difference. What? Hello, faithful reader. Here I am, settled down quite at the back, and let me tell you exactly how DWM is itself was created for this new era of Doctor Who. Well, not really. You're probably going to take DWM down with it as well. Everything's going to hurt because of this. All the look, Doctor Who's going to lean much more into... It's going to only lean into classic. And the more that they shoehorn Jodie into this era and the previous era, the more it's going to be rejected. Because it's nice to look back now and wonder how it all began again. As I sit here with 10 scripts in front of me, 4 specials and 6 episodes of the new series. And okay, so those 4 specials were the super duper queer Star Beast, right? And then the okay, I would say the okay Wild Blue Yonder, and then the disappointing Giggle, right? Which really wasted the Celestial Toymaker. And then the best of those bunch was Shooter's first one. So then he's talking about space babies. Are you kidding me? He's excited about having space babies, right? And what's the next one? It was Boom and Hill. A Doctor Who episode guide. So you got episode 7, Interior Coffee Bar USA, 1947. Really? Here, 1 second. Doctor Who episode guide. Which one was set in 1947? Hang on. Devil's Cord. That's not 1947. Booth's not 1947. 73 yards, not 19. Okay, there was no 1947. Right? There was no 1947. So it basically, Space Baby's Devil's Cord, 73 yards and Dot and Bubble. So this must have been a script he got rid of. Might have even been a good one. Who knows? And let's see, Six Vessels, episode 7 of the Blink. Oh, what's that? Episode 7? Legend of Ruby Sunday. I don't remember. I don't remember going to a bar in 1947. And continue with the old tradition. I can tell you, a special one contains these 3 words: Westerly Pelican Dreams. Okay. Fine. But it's funny how only a year into pre-production of the principal players have already got slightly different memories of how it all happened. So this was already a year later. Bloody hell. I've learned over the years that when the official history of Doctor Who says that 1970 Baronet said X, Y, and Z, it was probably no such thing. It was an event that was chiseled into an anecdote 25 years later. Read it. Is anything ever true? Well, nothing comes out of your fucking pen. Men don't have penises. That's not true, right? 3 paragraphs I'm already in. Existential. And the new era begins. During the lockdown, Emily Cook. Okay, so good for her. Blimey, but like, would you have, if you knew this was going to come from that, would you have sabotaged the lockdowns? I don't know. That's an interesting question. It's like, if you went back in time and saw Hitler as a baby, would you kill Hitler? Would you kill that baby? Would you stop the lockdowns? Not the lockdowns. I'll certainly stop the lockdowns. The tweet-alongs. Like, travel back in time and like make Emily Cook sick or something. The cast and crew of selected episodes tweeting simultaneously with fans worldwide. I mean, it was a great idea. And it really was. I don't want to take it. This was one of the best times in fandom for a long time. We're in the wilderness years, but this was the dark times. This was probably the best part of the dark times of the watch-alongs. David and Kathy Day Night Gavin to watch The Runaway Bride and Arthurs. I just looked at my phone and it was 2001 on 18th of December 2020. Right? Catherine texted me and said how much she enjoyed it. I texted, God, let's get David to do some more Dr. Donna. I love it so much. Do you reckon I was thinking about doing Big Finish? That's what he was talking about? I don't know. Do you know, true fact, until I looked at those texts, I thought Catherine said it first, but it was me. I don't really think, I don't care. Like, now I know the shit show that it became, I don't care. When we're up to, I really meant it, though, honestly. No script plan at work, but Catherine implied, let's do it. The Doctor and Donna, The Lost Adventures. Oh, it wasn't really that, though. I thought that was that. I wouldn't really go back. We wouldn't really go back, would we? There was no space, surely. And you shouldn't have done. Fuck me. There's no way of saying you're past it than this run of Doctor Who. And you are past it. Fuck me. I mean, yeah. What was this picture? It was... Was it this one? Where you had, like, the new... like, the whole production team together. Which one do you reckon it was in? Maybe over here. Let's have a quick look. And you see them and you go, this is going to be a shit show. Hang on. Is it this one? I think it was a little bit later along. Yeah, no, don't see it then. Oh, look at the optimism we had back then. We were all so excited. Oh, so sad. It's so sad. Where was this one? Hang on. I don't think it was. No. We had like an interview with all of them. And again, we were in the middle of the darkest time of Doctor Who, the Jodie Whittaker years. All right, and oh boy, who knew it was going to get worse? I thought that was out. We wouldn't really go back, would we? And there's no space. Jodie being a magnificent on screen. Fuck me. We can see. She was awful. The only way you can say she was magnificent on the screen is if you're fucking mental. You're bonkers. You're mentally ill. She was awful at every given opportunity. My old mate Christian was in fine form. No, his every script was the worst piece of shit you could imagine. And then he did another one that was actually worse. Right? You go, like you go, how on earth could it get any worse? Oh, fuck me, he did it. He actually made it worse. Good for him. Incredible. Formidable. Right? We're up to David said he'll do it again in a heartbeat. Wait a minute. But then Catherine texted me on 23rd December, said David said he'll do it in a heartbeat. Who do you need to speak to? Come on, let's get the old band back together again. Catherine, you can't go back again. That's really the bottom line. You can't go bloody back again. It's done. As we saw, I thought you could. Right, I thought you could. Oh, really? Wow. Merry Christmas. I double-checked with David, and he said yes. And then, well, I simply had to be professional. As a former producer of Doctor Who, I had a job to do. I had to destroy Doctor Who in under 2 years. But we spent an extra few years building it up to do it. So good for us. Dr. Matthew says, I think the last time I watched Doctor Who was 10 years ago. Oh, well, I kind of like stuff in the... oops, come back here. How do I go about that? I kind of like stuff in the Capaldi years. There we go, Doink. Where'd it go? I mean, really? This was what Doctor Who was like at the time. Like, oh, fuck me. Nothing like Doctor Who. We all hated it. Oh, fuck off, Jodie. Jodie Whittaker shares her personal top 13 moments from the time she was the 13th Doctor. Oh, Ecky Thump. She was awful at every moment. There was nothing good about her ever. And Catherine had expressed a wish to return. David Catherine, and it was literally my job to let the BBC know. It wasn't my choice anymore. It was my duty. And I knew the 60s was coming up 3 years ahead. So I knew vaguely that Chris was only doing 3 years. You lying cunt. Fuck me, you're a lying cunt, Russell. He had a 5-year plan. It's not like it happened. Right? No, what happened was his first 2 years of Doctor Who were a disaster. And they pulled the plug, essentially. And he actually got a lot better, frankly. So they lied and said we got a 3 years and out pack. No, that was a lie. That didn't happen, right? I kind of knew vaguely that Chris was only doing 3 years as a showrunner. Although I remember Steve was saying that about TV, never do a full season. And he stayed for 500 years. Well, people liked him. Chris and I are old mates. Fine. He can't. That doesn't make him be able to write. That doesn't make his Doctor Who devoid of any fucking talent, which it was. And we texted each other during Ant and Deck Saturday Night Takeaway. We said, "Oh, how can we get the viewers more for this? Oh, maybe we should do shit Doctor Who because we love it so much." Precisely because of that, I'd really ask Chris about Doctor Who. If ever he gets enough work text, a friendship is much more important. So I just thought, well, I mean, it's fucking out. He did worse than Chris Chibnall. Right? By the way, has Chris Chibnall worked in TV since? Let's have a look. I kind of think he has for some reason. I'm amazed that Jodie Whittaker has. Chris Chibnall. What's his IMDb, guys? Doctor Who Wisdom of the Guardians? Okay, so no. It's got one thing coming up. Seven Dolls Mystery. Well, they shot it, so it's happening. Wonder what it is. It's got a good cast. Axe McQueen, blimey. Guy Sino, who was really weird watching him go from Hello to Babylon 5 places. And Seinfeld, Martin Freeman. Oh, it's a good cast they put together. Helen Bonham Carter, sorry hell. Okay. So it looks good. That's it. 1999 Country House Park turns deadly. Lady Eileen Bundle Brent investigates a chilling murder plot. Lady Chatterham and Superintendent Battle. That's his name. Superintendent Battle assists in solving a country house mystery that changes Bundle's life. Is his name really Superintendent Battle? Fucking hell. That guy cannot write. Superintendent Bat, that guy cannot fucking write. Are you kidding me? Oh, yes. I mean, like, I'm amazed he's got that, frankly. Good for him, I guess. So I thought we'll just throw it out there. And since Chris is doing the business job in the TV world, I won't add to his workload. I'll go behind his back. I'll just ignore him. And I emailed Piers Wenger, director of drama, upper class twit, simply reporting in to ask, I have no idea about your future, but might this fit in somewhere, a special? And they're like, oh God, yes, we're saved. Yeah, no, Doctor Who, he heard Doctor Who was in the shitter, right? And he got them come back, I think. And he really thought he could save Doctor Who. But you can't make queer Doctor Who. That's, I think, we've established. I think we established that much more clearly than you can't make female Doctor Who. You can't make queer Doctor Who, right? And I had stuff of my own. January 21 turned most surprising thunderbolt of my career with Channel 4's It's a Sin. It was kind of busy. Good old Doctor Who felt very much on pass until to be continued. So I said it is quite charming at this point. It was right before it aired where it started to get obnoxious as hell. But what was I reading? Well, I started off with this Doctor Who magazine, and I kind of got transfixed, right? This is from, what year? Capaldi was the Doctor, so this would be, I'm looking at, is it 2000? No, it must be after 2009. 2015, right? So read this one, skim through it. Man, the quality was so much better than what we get today. Oh my God, right? All the articles are interesting, right? I'm up for all of this stuff. It just well done with care by people who aren't morons. And don't get me wrong, I like Jason Quinn. I think he's a kind of a cool guy. I think he's a weird, interesting guy. I would like to hang out. I'd certainly like to have a beer or two with him. He really strikes me as a very interesting person and a kind of a cool person as well. He was the current editor of Doctor Who magazine. But today it's just crap. It's just pap. But what are they going to do moving forward is the real question. Like, are they going to have a Billie Piper is the Doctor? I mean, when the BBC refused to say she was on the in the credits, are they going to have a Billie Piper is the Doctor as the next cover? I don't know. I already know because I don't think she is. Right? I don't think there's anything. There's plans, ideas, but I don't think anything's happening. Anyway, and there's this one I also read. Exit, which was the month beforehand. So this is April 2015. Only 10 years ago. Boy, what a different... Like this is just before the age of woke, right? Just before it really came the culture war came crashing down on all of us. And I was reading it, and there's a major article is about them, Big Finish doing an adaptation of Russell Lee Davies' Damaged Goods. And there's so much in there that I found absolutely fascinating, right? That obviously Russell Lee Davies has changed his mind on a great many things. Here, for example, we have this quote over here. When I was bringing Doctor Who back in 2005, obviously, it was me who objected to the book's gay content and drugs content. It would have been damaging. It still is, mate. It still is. And that's the bottom line. It still is damaging. Oh, it's so sad. You see, why do people have trouble saying, I think Doctor Who's in hiatus? I think it's dumb. Because we had such a great time. Oh, it was such a great ride, right up until Jodie, right? And what most people wouldn't stick with something 8 years after it will jump the shark and jump the shark and jump the shark and jump the shark and jump the shark again. But we do because we love it. But that's the thing I think has been really missing from Doctor Who for these past 8 years. It's a love of Doctor Who. And there was that love of Doctor Who went through the entire production from 2005 onwards. Right through the Capaldi. Check this out, for example. Hang on. Video file. Again, we went from this to Jodie Whittaker to this to Jodie Whittaker to Shooty Gatwa, right? The Cootie Gatwa, whatever his name is. It's tragic. Again, so as we're entering a hiatus period, I think it's worth talking about all that time. I had a great time during the Wilderness years, right? I like the BBV videos, the direct-to-video stuff. I like the new adventures. I like Big Finish came along eventually. I liked all of it, right? But I did like the progressive, but nobody knew if it was going to work. And again, these are the memories that he's espousing, right? Are the memories that will eventually bring Doctor Who back, right? People like loving Doctor Who from, back in the day.
As soon as
and the truth is, there was. Incredibly, there was, right? We were also and so if Doctor Who does come back again, I think there's a good chance it will, and it comes back good. I think there's a good chance. I think it's got a strong chance of that happening. Strong chance of not happening, but a strong chance of that happening. We're going to see a whole new. Generally, the first glimpse of the interior of the TARDIS I thought was fantastic. Wait, you didn't see it till Rose went into it, did you? Let me think. Hang on. And then she cries, which I thought was, I thought that was such great storytelling. So authentic, right? I just found it so incredibly authentic. Hang on, where is that? Let me find Rose. I'm pretty sure that's the first time you saw the interior of the TARDIS. I mean, you saw it on the trailers, I guess. Yeah, you definitely saw it on the trailers. Did you? I can't remember. I know. Here, let's have a quick look at Rose. The first glimpse at the TARDIS. Great opening. Trouble is, we've seen all these locations so many bloody times before. Oh man, look how young Noel Clarke was, and Billy Piper. They were great. Noel Clarke was great in this role. I really enjoyed this episode. Yeah, and again, the flirting between everything was so pitch perfect between Jackie Tyler and the Doctor. Good action scene, but I remember aching to see inside the TARDIS. This speech didn't really work, right? I wish it would. Don't read my emails. I love that bit. Meet Clive. Right, it was okay. So we had Alton Mickey. Yeah, being eaten by the wheelie bin. Again, it was brilliant. No wonder we all fell in love with it. Right? It was... And I remember Russell Davis said the reason they did that is because on Monday was going to be wheelie bin day and little kids could pretend this is what the same sort of thing. Bringing Doctor Who into the mundane real life, which is so important. I wonder why they cut to a stunt double. And I like the burp. I'm sorry. I think it worked there. I didn't think it worked in Return of the Jedi with Boba Fett. Yeah, I like Alton Mickey. Man, this is good. Right? And then you get speed up into the incredible... Yeah. And she goes in the TARDIS first, and it's the first time you really experience TARDIS. Again, you get that you're moving through it with the companion. Great. I mean, no wonder Billy Pye was so beloved. I mean, this was such a great performance she put in, and she's done a lot more besides since then. I think it's one of the most authentic reactions to the TARDIS. Yeah, you want to go in there, darling. Yeah, okay, fine. She blocked it out.
It's going to follow us.
That was, again, a brilliant piece of direction, right? And I just want to catch a reaction because I think it's beautiful.
The assembled hordes of Genghis Khan couldn't get through that door, and believe me, they've tried. Now, shut up a minute.
I mean, it's again. This is it's awe-inspiring, which is they just assumed you would be awe-inspired by Shooter's completely shitty TARDIS. Which, if you ever see Doctor Who again, is still going to be that bloody TARDIS.
You see, the arm is too simple for the head.
Billy Piper, Rose having a boyfriend and a mum and a family is brilliant, right? Absolutely brilliant. I mean, again, I kind of feel things back in my head about classic Doctor Who but none of that's real. That's my headcanon. Right, especially Perry's family situation. That made no sense whatsoever. Right? I had no idea what was going on with it. This is so authentic.
But of course, the most...
Honestly, it only really worked for me by The Ungrateful Dead. No, it's not Ungrateful. What's it called again? What's that episode called? The Unquiet Dead? I've got to look it up. I go here, Doctor Who. Ninth Doctor. Opening up, season 1. Where is this coming? It's coming, she cried. Yeah, Unquiet Dead, which was the 3rd week, where I was like, Victoriana, right? And then we were into Aliens of London and World War III, and it felt like, yeah, this is Doctor Who, just a completely modern, take it, which Doctor Who should always be. Doctor Who needs to be modern, right? It's just a shame that modernity the last 8 years has been regressive. He was a great Doctor. He really was. It was just such a great Doctor, Capaldi. Yeah, another incident of him being a great Doctor. Check this out. Like somebody who understands the role. Okay, look, I think Capaldi's Doctor was always best when interacting with kids. This is lovely. Look how much he's enjoying being the Doctor and understands being the Doctor. This is so tragic. Right, this is why it's tragic we're probably in hiatus, right? It really is tragic. Oh, look how... And that's how every fan who was a fan of the classic, who went through the wilderness, feels like, I can't believe it came back, and it's been... So we couldn't believe how great it was, how popular... It was the only performance where they literally had micro-expressions from other Doctors all the way through it. If you look at his 2nd season opener, the Dalek 2-parter, all through that of Doctor Who seeping through it, right? Just joy at being able to have this wonderful thing and bring it back for a whole new generation and have it be fantastic, right? And make people love it the same way that we loved it. That's the joy of it, and that's what's been missing over the last 8 years. The last 8 years has been defined by narcissism of the star. And again, you need to understand and love Doctor Who to be able to inhabit this role, which he really is. I mean, like, I'm watching it in front of me. I've told the story so many times. When I was young, like 6, 7, 8, somewhere around there, Tom Baker did a signing at a local children's bookstore, Fagan's. And I remember getting the front of the line, and he's like beaming at me in full costume, and he said, hello. Yeah, he takes his hat off. He puts it on me. It made me into the fucked up weirdo I am now. Oh, Tom, we love you. As the other thing I love about with kids, and even in one of his worst episodes, which was Return of Dr. Mysterio, and I really want to love that, just badly directed. The stuff where he's talking to the kid who will grow up to be the superhero. It's just beautiful, right? That bit. Although I might have seen this before. I didn't see this before recently. I can't remember watching it, but I think he's going to say Susan.
My granddaughter.
Aha!
My granddaughter was very special, and I had to say...
So, again, as an aside, while this season was running, I was reading season, what was it, 14? Right? Which I actually wrote a chapter in, which is insanely good, if I may say so. Right? But the way it ends up, firstly, Alex, who wrote that, has been telling me for a while that a lot of his ideas have just have come out in a very poor way in the recent series, like Susan Returns, the Rani Returns, right? But in his book, it's all consistent and makes sense and tells a story, right? But so essentially, in the end of the book, the Doctor sacrifices himself to close up these rifts in reality or whatever, right? And leaves his TARDIS behind. And Susan had already come back by then, and he gives his TARDIS to Susan. And so the universe needs a Doctor, right? And I just think that would be a great place to start a new series, and it would have done something. It would have given you a female Doctor that the BBC so desperately wanted, right? Have a crotchety old Hartnell-esque Susan, right? Play and with a grandson, right? Grandmother, right? And look, honestly, I think Carol Ann Ford, she's cracking on a bit. She was never like such a huge actress, so she's good, but like she regenerates at the end into Gillian Anderson.
Bye to her.
Why this recent 8 years have been so painful, because we don't lose the thrill of seeing the TARDIS or seeing Daleks, but like, when they're used as tokens for propaganda. Remember, a panopticon would have been, well, Sylvester McCoy was the Doctor. I think it was just before season 25. Right, because that panopticon, somebody spoiled me that Davros is the Emperor Dalek, or the Emperor Dalek is Davros. I was like, that's what it does. And it was fantastic, right? But this where he and Sophie did this panel, they had the TARDIS on stage, and before he came out, smoke started billowing out of the TARDIS, right? Until eventually came out, was doing a bit of nonsense with a doodad or something. I can't remember what. Like just acting, and it was incredible. It really was. It was mind blowing, right? And again, compared to the Doctor that just thankfully, I believe, bought himself out of his contract so he can go and be a Hollywood star. Just as Hollywood is absolutely ending, right? Hollywood is over. After a long day doctoring, I love to hit my G-spot. Really, Shooty? Really? This is just, I mean, honestly, this is, this is why you were wrong for the role, Shooty, right? This is why you're 100% wrong for the role. But there's a book being adapted, which is going to be his new project. Nazi True Mystery Stories, The Treacherous Glory Hole. Nancy, darling, Nancy, I don't think they're German spies behind that, is all I'm saying. Is all I'm saying, honey. Okay? I don't think they're German spies. Don't put that in your mouth, whatever happens. Anyway, let's look at one more of these clips. They're gorgeous. I mean, they are really genuinely gorgeous. Doctor Who's what's this? The 51st birthday? 52nd?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Doctor. Happy birthday to you.
Could be the same. It looks like they're the same kids now.
Hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Oh boy, look at that! Oh, absolutely fantastic chocolate cake. Who's going
I would have preferred vanilla, quite frankly.
to eat that? Oh, this is why it's so popular, this attraction.
Oh, fantastic. Yep, what we lost, right? What we left behind. Oh, man, it's so sad. Here we go. If you really want to know, look in the mirror. That was a long time ago, that campaign. Who wrote this? Okay, this isn't the normal, very reliable guy. Right, Doctor Who legends Billy Piper and David Tennant set to reunite for a special anniversary episode. What anniversary they got coming up? Well, okay, let's see what they're going to do. Just days after it was revealed that Billy Piper was returning to Doctor Who, replacing Judy Gatwa as the Doctor, another legendary name has been tipped to make a comeback. I think this is bullshit. Right? I think, the best case scenario, this is a bullshit rumor put out by the production team to make it seem like they weren't completely on their ass, right? And they are completely on their ass, right? Doctor Who fans may be, Doctor Who fans may be in for another huge surprise as another fan favorite is rumored to be in talks to return to the series for a one-off episode. Fuck off, David Tennant. Like, I'm sorry, mate. I liked you, but like your relentless moronic politics, I can't do anything with it, mate. I'm like done with you. Like, you burnt your own legacy as Doctor Who. I never watch any of your old episodes anymore. I'm sorry. In fact, frankly, I hardly watch New Who at all. I've watched. If I watch New Who, it'll be probably a Matt Smith or Capaldi, but most probably Matt Smith. But like the whole legacy of New Who has been so tainted for this last 8 years. I mean, really, really, really has. Oh, and we was all so excited when Rusty Day was going back. Boy, did that turn out to be a poison chalice, right? That turned out not to be the thing that worked. So, what were they going? Maybe he's in talks. Oh, fans still recovering from Billy Piper's return. Nobody cared, right? No one cared. And now the show's legend, David Tennant, has been tipped to reunite with her on screen for one last hurrah. Another last hurrah. Fuck off. Fuck off with your last hurrahs. I can go to Big Finish. Leave us alone. Apparently, Georgia Tennant talks about it as well. Let's look at that in a second. I mean, don't be wrong. I'm looking forward to her coming back with Crystal Eccleston. I really am. But I don't know. The pair recently reunited for a BBC special, Doctor Unleashed 20 Years in Wales, where they reflect on their time together. In a sneak preview, Billy and David gushed over how much fun they had on set. Now it looks like they could be having even more fun by reuniting for an anniversary special. For what year? This year is the 62nd anniversary. So 63rd, I guess. I mean, it seems possible that this is what they're trying to put together. Whether they can get somebody to a budget for it is the question. I hate to tell you. I'm sorry. You can get a budget for it, which I don't think they can. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Honestly, I never thought David Tennant would be coming back. I mean, or Rusty Davis. Who knows? Where did I skip to? Hang on. So the BBC bought Doctor Who back in 2005, and there is talk about a possible one-off project to celebrate the 20th anniversary where David and Billy were a hugely popular team. Well, that's now. Right? That's now. Okay, here's about the bunch. He bought the Golden Age of Doctor Who and also saw it out again, didn't you? I mean, no, didn't just say it, I just stomped on its corpse. With the anniversary reboot this year would have there were some ideas floated about the idea of maybe bringing David and Billy back together for one last hurrah. It's not the first time they were making a shock return, November 2020. Yeah, we had a 6th anniversary. Recently, Billy. Okay, do we have anything to support this? Had replaced Judy Gatwa as the Doctor. Well, not really. Actually went to a lot of lengths not to say she wasn't the Doctor, right? Speaking about return, it's no secret how much I love the show. This sounds like bullshit to me, right? So I love the show, and I've always said I would love to return to the universe, as I have some of my best memories there. So to be given the opportunity to step back onto the TARDIS just one more time, something I couldn't refuse. In a statement released by the BBC, Judy Gatwa said, "You know, when you get cast, at some point you're going, blah blah blah, no way." Where did they get this from? Honestly, where on earth did they get this from? I don't know. I loved every minute of it. Everyone has played the part. Oh, go away. But here was this. What's Georgia Tennant got to say about this? I mean, like, really? I can't believe I'm asking you, what does Georgia Tennant have to say about anything? There's a couple of stories here. David Tennant's wife breaks silence. And what's this from? It's from a week ago. Just what did she say? Right? That's all I want to know. What did she say? Billy Piper holding a rose. That's to Georgia 40. She looks older than bloody 40, let me tell you. Who played the blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Oh, yes. Followed by a stunning snap of Billy holding a rose hashtag. Oh, fine. Really? That's her Instagram post? Give the fuck what she has to say about anything. Hey, my kid's trans. No, that kid just has a bad parent. Doctor Who fans spot huge clue that Billy Piper would return to the iconic BBC show after Star drops hint. Well, what's the hint? Eagle Eye viewers, distant return to the show, dramatically revealed there's a new Doctor last night. Whovians across the country sent to a frenzy. No, we all hated it, right? Billy 40 says they couldn't refuse, blah, blah, blah. And Chris Eccles said, I think the new Doctor should be, yeah. But this was from years ago. This was from like 4 years ago. How is that a clue she's coming back? I don't know. It just sounds like bollocks to me, mate. Honestly, just sound like bollocks. What's the song going to say? Just like old Time Lords, iconic pair set to for Central reunite for a huge special after Gatwa flop. The Sun revealed last month that Gatwa is leaving the TARDIS. Okay, well done. So does this have any more details? I can't remember if it did. Anniversary reboot this year. It sounds like bollocks to me. It sounds like, I mean, like, theoretically they could team up because they're both the Doctor, right? They're both in universe. Yeah, I mean, theoretically they could do that, right? I don't know. Anyway, I will say the easiest way for let me see, pull up Big Finish. The easiest way for them to get Doctor Who on screen in a economical way is to use AI to animate stories that they already have. And I get the ones I would choose. Well, the first one I would choose is what's it called again? Damaged Goods, because that works as a good Christmas story. All right. Doink. Man, it's charging $7.50. That's too expensive for this. This should be $3.99. Their pricing is just ridiculous. Right? But it's a pretty darn good story. Oh, do they have a video of it? No, they're just talking about it, right? But it's one that could be animated relatively easily. As a Christmas special, right? And it could be animated photorealistically. I mean, again, more Google VO here. I'll pull it up for you. This thing is off the charts.
City of Troy, they've just claimed.
And here's how you can get a free VPN on Google Chrome.
1 second. Yeah, this is
Do you think we're real?
No. We're just a prompt.
Whoever wrote this prompt is an idiot! I'm somebody's grandma, not Mission Impossible!
So they could totally...
So make sure to hit the like button, subscribe.
They could totally make Doctor Who that way. And also, look, I mean, they also got the... what's he called again? Dino Puff, is it? Let me see if I can find him. Who's been animating Big Finish stuff in an incredible, I think incredible way. Dino Puff. That's here. Dino Puff. Let me see if I can get his channel. There we go. Doink. Future of the Daleks. Right here. 1 second. Now, I do know Stephen Noonan's seen this, and he thinks it's fantastic. And he's absolutely right? He is absolutely correct. Nothing's downloading properly. There we go. There you go. But again, this is something that they don't need a... they could have a whole special for $10,000. All right? I mean, less than that. It's basically just paying him. And I think this will be an awesome animated special.
don't know if it was a Dalek machine or just something they had found lying around and got working. And it would have been destroyed when their time machine blew up, so maybe they don't have another one.
But the time machine they used to follow us. It must be somewhere on this moon.
Yeah, okay, this was a particularly good story where essentially the replicant doctor that that the Daleks made in the chase was refined by format. That was it. Oldest first. The replicant doctor made in the chase survived and went on to have this incredible adventure. Right.
We could sneak inside it and find out what they're up to.
Sounds dangerous. There's probably still some Daleks inside.
But they would be no match for us. If I pretended that my programming had reactivated with you as my prisoner...
I don't...
Yeah, some people don't like Stephen Nooner's take on the Doctor. I really like... I mean, him with Dodo are just fantastic. Anyway, look, they could get a full season really easily with these ones. These Paul McGann season. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 8 episodes. Animated to that quality. It's a no-brainer, right? I think all done with Google AI, right? It's a no-brainer that it will be something that people would want to see, right? It's it will probably do well. Here's another one from with McGann, Minuet in Hell. You know, this one download. There you go, doink. But again, look, I mean, maybe this is the sort of thing I can see some fan doing, and the BBC seeing it, and somebody being the
Doctor. And what is?
And somebody being in the right position at the right time at the BBC to green like this. Again, the way to go is do a Christmas special. You could do Chimes of Midnight, right? And just people would like to see it. It's the bottom line. I think this will get a normie audience.
The Doctor, can you tell me that? A bicardial biped of Gallifrey, a spatio-temporal rolling stone who's had more faces than a dog has had fleas. A wide-eyed idealist who renounced his Time Lord heritage centuries ago out of some misplaced revolutionary fervour and has never since had the maturity.
Wait, how do you know that, Gideon? I've never told that to anybody.
Charlie, Sam, Ace, Evelyn, Nissa, Romana, Sarah Jane, Jamie, Polly, Ian, Barbara, and Susan. Dear Susan.
How? Yeah, this genuinely carries drama and entertainment with it, right? But again, this is why I think fan-made Doctor Who is going to be the future, because it's so much easier now. And again, could you imagine if they could make this photorealistic?
How do you know all this?
I know everything there is to know about these matters. Haven't you worked it out yet? You aren't the Doctor, my poor, mad, confused friend. No. I am.
Yeah, and it's there waiting for them. And if you want it to be photorealistic. This is Mid-Journey Doctor Who. He's been doing some renderings of Charlie Pollard, right? I tried to get him to do the Minuet in Hell costume, which is like a boob tube and stocking suspenders, spiky heels. But yeah, look, I mean, I think it could be done. I think it could genuinely be done. The chase through time. Oh, gorgeous stuff. I really got to look into how to do this because, like, it can't be that hard. Here's I've shown this before, but again, this is why I think that fan-made Doctor Who is the future.
Battle from above the sky. See visitors from the stars. All action adventure. Thrilling, astounding, startling.
Sunday for 7 days. Sounds suitably tawdry and unrealistic. If we could find an usherette in the gloom, Nissa, I'd buy you a strawberry movie.
I thought the pictures meant a sort of art gallery.
Not exactly, but it is an entertainment of sorts.
Again, this isn't done using the latest technology, right? I can't wait to see. Is it available on YouTube, Michael Hallett? Right, and it's look at his celestial toy maker. Oh God, it's gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, this guy's just a massive talent. And I remember back in the Capaldi days, they used a fan's, what's it? Fan Doctor Who opening, and they what was it? Opening 12th Doctor, maybe. I'm just so impressed that they had the good sense to do that. Now, is this the one? No, this is the original fan one. Is this it? No, anything put out by the B. I can't remember. Again, it was a fan made his own title sequence. Oh, here it is. Is this it? And then he got hired by the BBC to do it.
And this cinema must have been shut for years.
A boarded-up picture house doesn't prove this is Earth.
And I'm sorry, I cannot believe that the BBC, with all their resources, can't do something that you can't tell isn't real at this point. I think the entire landscape of television is going to change completely. Absolutely, completely, and entertainment. You can make, when anybody can make a movie with a AI subscription, it's over. Then it's just storytelling and talent. That's the only thing that matters.
You know, I'm not sure coming here was such a good idea.
Yeah. So again, I do see this as the way of the future. I genuinely do, because the present isn't that good. Let's be fair. Oh, this has just been announced from Big Finish. Now, I haven't. Again, I found like the latest season to be a bit of drag on me, so you know, I still got the last Colin Baker release to listen to, which I haven't listened to, and the Stephen Noonan First Doctor Chronicles one to listen to. But this looks actually quite. Listen, if you get Perry as a sexy pirate, why are her boobs so small? Excuse me? What the hell? 1 second. I'm going to try and fix this with Open Art. Okay, with AI. Let me see if I can do this. Open Art. Edit. Like... Yeah. I'll actually show you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Here we go. Here. And we'll put a prompt. Make breasts much larger. I mean, I'm reasonably offended by this. I'll just do 2 so it comes out. Okay. Let's see what happens. Like really? Really? Why would you do this to Perry? Yes, thank you. Fixed it. Oh, which one to go for? I'm not really sure. Oh, Big Finish. Like, why is a male gaze something that scares you so much? Oh, not the male gaze. No. The male gaze, oh, they like a bit of that. Male gaze, not so much. Not so much. I just don't get it. Right? I do not get it. Here, 1 sec. Let me pull this up. Doink. Doink, doink, doink. Okay, here. Let me share screen. We want to stop screen. Share screen. So that's the cover. And again, Perry as a sexy pirate, I'm on board. Yes, but that's not a sexy pirate, okay? Help you out. And I'm sorry to have to point this out, but like, really? Really? You're giving a flat-chested Perry? Really? Really? You think that's a good idea? I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea. But you're welcome. I fixed it for you. Didn't realize you were late. How many marriages was started with those words? Okay. So just so you know, my summer schedule for the next few months is going to be, it will be Fridays at 3:00 UK time and Saturdays at 7:00. Right? Yeah. So we're moving things around. Darren Amber's pointing out. So let's see what this is about. An adventure in the high seas and a public school mystery. Oh God! Now I'm like they're imagining Perry dressed as a sexy pirate being caned. Oh God! Oh, that works for me. Bad Terms due release in 2025. So who's writing it? Nev Fountain and Nina Mullins. What's she done? I'm always scared when I see a new name, especially a female. Oh, fuck me. That is not a good pedigree, is it? She's done the 8th of March, which are, generally speaking, shit. And this. That's not a good sign. So where we're up to. Sixth Doctor and Companion Perry continue their travels. Commencing on 2 90-minute full cast audio adventures. The first story takes the to the Irish Sea in the 18th century, where the pirate queen Saros O'Grady is in conflict with an English naval officer, Sir Kenneth Rushworth. Okay, Gareth. Oh, that Gareth Labour. Oh, yeah, it is. You just wouldn't recognize him 15 years later. £25. No, 20 for download. Okay, Saros O'Grady, the Irish Sea. Queen of the Irish Sea teams up with the brave Captain Perry for her lovely second man, Doctor. Fuck me. This sounds awful. To fight for justice for her people and her homeland. Oh, na 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 na. Hey, hey. Goodbye. That's a strong no. For English folks, so Kevin Rushworth doesn't just have the law on his side. He has allies not from Earth, allies that have been very particular interested in Saris. Okay, Nev Fountain is a good writer. He's put out some good stuff. A new teacher, Dr. Preterius, and Professor Brown, biology. Oh, I love Perry to be my biology teacher. Please show me how that works. Find a lot to alarm them in one of the most menacing places they ever visit, a traditional English public school. Finding allies amongst the staff and the pupils. Can they survive the mystery of Malcolm, a boy whose connection to the Doctor is closer than the Time Lords could ever imagine? I don't know. Look, it's getting a strong drag factor from that first story. Frankly, that first story sounds like it's going to be a fucking disaster. I know. Well, they got something from Murderbot in it. And Bergerac. Jacqueline Rayner's a producer now. Jacqueline Rayner's talented. So maybe it's good. What else did she produce, I wondered? So, I don't know. I think that's going to be a skip for me. When's it coming? August. Yeah, I think that's a no. Space Security's a fuck off. They've given away a free thing. I guess I might listen to free thing. This I might well get. What's this? Time War Uncharted. Yeah, no, I'm kind of out of the. This is kind of like, it just became a backwater story. Unit. So I love Battlefield, but this is so little interest to me. The Bambera unit. Let's listen to the trailer. Where is it? Doink.
From Big Finish Productions.
You just don't have the right to be surprised.
Surprised about what?
Nothing, Mum.
Glad to hear it. Because if it's surprises you're after, I've got a doozy.
Unit Brave New World. Fractures.
You must go easy on her. She is in love.
While it lasts. Once it's over, she'll be morose and combative and even harder to work with.
Who says it won't last?
I do.
Perhaps it will last.
I mean, it seems to be a bit dull to me. You know what? This is what they should have done. If they're really going to launch the Bambera unit, she's not really strong enough on her own. What they should have done is have a story with the Seventh Doctor or another Doctor when you get reintroduced to them, right? And again, it's not really doing much for me. Like, I'm not like, oh yeah, I got to check this out.
For her.
Tread carefully, Sergeant. Anybody have any theories or suggestions? Rick, say something!
It's a giant monster, ma'am.
I noticed!
I may need a minute to process things. Sorry, ma'am.
I mean, truth is, I think she'll be far better than, what's her name? Leading unit, Vanessa Redgrave, right? She just balls the hell out of me. I mean, at least she's got some authority behind her.
I think I'm in shock.
I'm going in.
You know how in old cartoons, the funny animals, they can make the holes in the thin air?
Yeah?
This thing can't do.
For the benefit of the record, I am Brigadier Winifred Bambera, Chief Commander, Unit UK, here to oversee the debrief of Operation Neighbour at the request of...
Yeah, no, this to make this to work, you really need a doctor with it. Again, I say Stephen Noonan for freaking everything. I love Stephen Noonan. I think his doctor's great.
Unit HQ, Geneva. In attendance is...
Lieutenant Tomasz Zbigniew, Commanding Officer, Operation Neighbour.
Specialist Jane Rowe, Field Operative for the Outhouse.
It's been a long time since Big Finish can put out something essentially original. You go, yeah, I'll give that a go.
Some wars are fiercer than others. I heard about Madrid.
We saved the world. That's all that matters.
Still, my condolences.
Big Finish, for the love of story.
Yeah, I think you need a doctor to introduce that. And basically, you probably need a doctor on the box there. Then next month, Big Finish jumps the shark once again. Let's look at there's Jodie audios, and it blows my mind. Right? It blows my mind how, like, hey, you know that thing that completely failed? Right? Oh, it didn't completely fail. Shooty Gut completely failed. But, like, this certainly teed it up. Anyway, so we got a trailer for it. Oh, my God. God help us.
Doctor! Yes! What are you doing here? Why'd you have chickens? You said...
Okay, let me ask you a question. Whenever you hear a trailer with one of the classic doctors, you have to go about a minute before you hear a doctor. Now you hear Jodie Whittaker and Mandic Hill straight in, which is what the people buying this want. I would love to see their sales figures. And I am convinced to keep their license, they had to do these.
Doctor! Yes! What are you doing here? Why'd you have chickens? You said it was a hen do.
Oh, God.
So let's get this party started.
Oh, God. Every moment is agony. Why would you... This is like... Did you watch Andor? I really love Andor, but there's this torture they put it about where the Empire slaughtered these animals and they made this awful scream, and they've located the worst part, which was children being slaughtered, and then they play it like into somebody's brain.
From Big Finish Productions.
Absolute shit. From Big Finish Productions, receivership.
The 13th Doctor Adventures, Vampire Weekend.
Have you ever met somebody who turns up in a place and then everything goes bananas and everyone starts screaming?
No, not really.
Not sure I have, no.
Right. Well, you have now. Fancy an egg?
Your friend
God, I hated her doctor.
is weird.
Weird, self-obsessed, useless, thinks she's wonderful.
Yeah. I won't get in the way, I promise.
You got in the way, darling. You literally destroyed the show.
We discussed this when...
You destroyed it so much they brought Rusty Davis back, and he destroyed the show. He just broke its back.
I got the invite. It's a big day for my mate Gina. I can't have trouble. Trouble? Help! There's something here. What is it?
Smells awful.
I mean, again, you can't really get beyond the Jodie Whittaker performance, which derails everything, right? And it really does derail everything. But I wonder if this is going to be written better. I really don't know, right? But again, can it be written better? There's the other. I just don't know.
What is that? Oh no. Is that? It's not as bad as you think. Which means.
I mean, like, honestly, if you gave her one of the best scripts in the world to do, she'll fuck it up.
It's 10 times worse. This time's different. Why? This time I have you.
Oh god, who is nostalgic for this? I honestly think it's like the crazy internet Jodie fans who just want to prove that she's beloved. She's not. Everybody hated her. She was useless as a doctor. It was a failed experiment, same as Shudigawa.
Get back! Don't worry, Yaz. This showdown's been a long time coming. From Macedonia to Pluto to...
Big Finish. For the love of stories.
For the love of God, mate. For the love of God.
This weekend's going to be a nightmare.
Oh. Yeah, next month is not a good month. So you got this. Fuck me. And this is really expensive. $27. And look, I like Kate Orban a lot. I think she's a fantastic writer. But these things are just too long to listen to. I never finished listening to the last one she did. How long is it? 360 minutes. That's a long time. 6, 12, 18, 24. That's 6 hours. It's a 6-hour commitment. I would read a book. Not that. And then you got The Fugitive Doctor. Like, really? Come one, come all. Written by Tajina Singh Heyer, Aaron Douglas, and Tim Foley. So, okay, it's nothing I would possibly a million years be interested in. Anybody done these before? She's done a unit audio. And the robots were shit. These things are so overpriced. They generally are overpriced. Oh, and then they got this series, and I wish I could be more on board for it. But boy, do I hate the cover. And I know it's very 80s Sarah Jane Smith and Sullivan, and it's just like if I think it was a show in the 80s, I wouldn't be that interested. Oh look, Annette Badland's in it. She's in everything. Yeah, who's writing this? Tim Foley, Roland Moore, Simon Gurria. I mean, they are strong writers. But I mean, look, honestly, you'll do yourself better picking up this or you get how many episodes of this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you get 9 discs for coming up to $37, $38. That's way better. That is genuinely way, and also got Liz Slade in it. But yeah, this looks just really disappointing. I'm not a fan of this cover at all. Let's see what it is backstage. And I think, was it Doctor Who Magazine did a photo shoot with her, right? And Gallifrey, look, I do like Eric Roberts, but I hate this Gallifrey shit, right? I do like his TARDIS in the background, that TARDIS console. That's pretty darn cool. And again, I like Eric Roberts' Master, but no, man, this month. The only thing of merit I would say there is the Mirror Matter, and the John Coleshaw reading is going to be a delight, but I just can't do 6 hours. Really? So July's a bust. Was it the 6 Doctors of the bust? Well, it doesn't have a bust. That's my problem. Then you got the Death and Life of a Song, and I'm out of that. Okay, this I'm gonna get. That good. But like, what's up with this? They're reviving Sky. Like, it lasted for how long? Half a series. And here's the thing: they actually already done this, and they've done this actually quite well. Third Doctor Adventures. It will go back a bit. Yeah, this one, Kaleidoscope, which is essentially Sky. This was really good, right? Yeah, I really enjoyed this release. Alan Barnes is a solid writer. He knows what he's doing. But like, really, like, this is how long is this? $27. no, there's no way. No, I mean, like, maybe it's good, but no way I'm going to get it. Okay, so I'll get the Ninth Doctor, and who's writing that one? Because again, I love Billy Piper. I love Chris Eccleston. Why wouldn't I? It's so dumb. This one looks good as well, I have to say. So this is David Bradley, but they're doing him much more like the Peter Cushing Doctor, right? Like Knights of the Round Table. I rather did an adaptation of The Chase. How long is it? How many discs? 2 discs. I reckon this will be fun. That sounds fun. Jodie, fuck off. Alixion, like this was like something they had an idea on the back of a fag packet at some point or something, isn't it? Call me master. Do you reckon there's going to be any more? I don't know. Maybe there will. You never know. So it says checking into a luxury health spa for the rest and recreation. Dr. Ace find themselves at the mercy of a malign entity that craves conquered time and space, exploiting memories, regrets. The Queen of the Hive, which hides behind polished walls of the spa, forces them to confront their deepest fears as she stills the Doctor's life force to spread her powers across the universe. Backstage, who was it? The story of Laxton came out of a conversation with Andrew Cartmel, supported by John Nathan Turner, the first producer to offer me a television commission. Up until that point, I written for the. Oh, so okay, fine. So this actually was commissioned. Oh, look what's going on, Cecile there. Bit of nice bice beard going on. I can vividly remember those cramped rooms in the drab office block in Shepherd's Bush Green, which became an oasis of creativity, seething with ideas in the company of John Nathan, I guess, Andrew, Ben Horowitz, Ian Briggs, Graham Curry, Rona Monroe. Yeah, they really did build up a great slate in those days. They absolutely really did. To imagination. We dance through space and time, spinning strange and wonderful tales. In my view, one of the greatest ever Doctor-partner pairings. I think you're right, actually. I do agree with you. The cancellation of the series put an end to my commission, but it was, but the story was always hovered around the corners of my imagination. Between then and now, I've mostly written grounded, realistic dramas, medical series to art house cinema. Being able to launch my creative molecules into the stratosphere. It might be. It depends. Okay, I might be talked into this. It depends on. I listen to the trailers. This one I might actually be talked into. Is there another one of these planned? Let me see if they've got after this. Nope. But maybe they will be. I don't know. They did say that the Doctor Who one was the best-selling thing they had that year, but I think that was in January. You were there, and IP holders, you want to make an AI suite for your fans to pay you for to use, right? To make the content that can only be posted on your streaming service, right? That's how you get around that, right? And I think they might be onto a winner if they do that. Who's not onto a winner? Doctor Who. Doctor Who is not onto a winner. Doctor Who, the end of Doctor Who's by generation, a theory on Billy Piper, David Tennant, and what comes next. I don't think they know. Okay, I don't think they know. But let's see what you got to say. Ever since Doctor Who season 15 finale, I've had the feeling that Rusty Davis is playing a much bigger game than we realize. Well, it can't be playing that big because I don't think he's getting any more funding from anyone. Like Billy Piper's the Billy Piper generation can only work if they're planning on keeping up their relationship with Disney and keeping a streaming partner, right? Amazon is not going to want content that is dependent on another streaming service content. So I think it's a swing and a miss. Now the latest rumor here, the one-off special celebrate the 20th anniversary of the revival. Potentially, so that's this year. That's this year. It's 2005 now. Potentially reunite David and Billy Bob for one final trip in the time. You keep saying that, right? You keep saying it can't be another. Do you remember, like, you probably don't remember, in the 2000s, the post 9/11, they kept killing the Al-Qaeda's number 2 guy over and over again for a few years until they finally got Bin Laden. There's a very funny sketch with that, with the Little Mermaid, right? Where they're doing under the sea, and Bin Laden's gets dumped on top of them. And as I said, Billy Ray paving the way for Tennant in a story that just doesn't just rely on nostalgia, but places the 14th Doctor at its heart. It was last seen carving out quiet existence post-Donna, and it seems that chapter may not end after all. Well, yeah, I mean, if you're keeping him around with the TARDIS, and then the idea, oh no, I'm never coming back. I mean, come on, really? Really, you wrote it so you can bring him back. And honestly, that fits perfectly. I've been mulling ever since Billy first reappeared. Well, again, are they going to say that David Tennant and Billy Piper together is going to bring people back? I can understand the BBC falling for it, but I don't think that Disney can afford to fall for it. Can the BBC afford to do like one story? They were saying that a lot of the cost goes to upscaling to 4K, but I don't really see how that could be. We need 100 million to upscale to 4K. Really? I think you got to find a cheaper way of doing that. Right? I think you can... look, there's a Doctor... I haven't seen anything new from it for a while. The Doctor Who 4K upscaling project, I think it was called. Project. And this guy... Here we go, Patreon. This guy did great work. I was on it too. But here, what's going on here? Collections or posts? Because I haven't seen him make any new posts for a long time. Yeah, so this guy upscaled for free. All these stories, and they're gorgeous, right? They're absolutely gorgeous. 24 notifications. I'm with Doctor Who Mid-Journey. I didn't know that I thought it was just with the upscaling. Okay, yeah. So look, maybe this guy might only charge you 10 million, right, instead of 100 million. I don't know. I'm just trying to save you money, BBC. That's what's happening, right? I'm just trying to save you money, but no. Okay, fine. So here's what I think. If it's perfectly, yeah. Here's what I think is really going on. To me, it is clear that Billy is not meant to become the next full-time Doctor, obviously. The incomplete regeneration coupled with the fact that she wasn't credited as a Doctor feels too intentional. Well, obviously it was. So what if she's not the Doctor at all, but something more symbolic? Yeah, like kind of the Watcher or whatever. A manifestation of Rose, not a returning companion, but a vital key to restoring balance after the bi-generation event. Really? I think this is the problem because it makes too much sense, right? It's too logical, makes too much sense, and they're not being big on that recently. When the Doctor split into two during bi-generation, it created a fracture we didn't see. The 15th Doctor moved forward, but 14th Doctor was left behind, lingering on borrowed time, unbeknownst to him. Now, the 15th Doctor regenerated again, and the tension between the two incarnations may be reaching its limit, and something has to give, and that's where Rose comes in. The version of Rose we saw at the end of the reality world might not be Rose Tyler in the literal sense. She could be she could be a narrative bridge, the emotional thread that allows the 14th Doctor to re-enter the story, not as a lover and as a companion, but as the final piece needed to restore the Doctor's integrity. It wouldn't be nice if it did make sense. Her presence may be what finally brings a resolution to split, allowing for a complete regeneration and the emergence of the 16th Doctor. Or wouldn't that be the 14th Doctor? This isn't about rekindling an old it's about closure and healing that was broken. And to Rusty Davis, it's likely to be wrapped up in a motion metaphor. And it's a good idea, okay? I'll give him, it's absolutely a good idea. Which makes me think they're not going to do anything like it. Right, but it's a very good idea. It will be a poetic way to give Tennant and Piper the final chapter they never really got. They got it a lot of times. I'm sorry. Right? No loose ends, no alternate timelines, no vague goodbyes. No, that by went on Bad Wolf Bay. That was perfect. I'm sorry. Just a definitive emotional ending, emotionally satisfying conclusion to the most iconic pairing in the modern era. One that doesn't end in tragedy but transformation. Okay, of course, not everyone will be thrilled with the prospect of yet another Tennant's appearance. I'm certainly not. His return in the 6th anniversary trilogy is still relatively fresh and very disappointing. Right? It's not just fresh, it was very disappointing. And some fans might see this as overkill. It certainly is. But if the rumored episode is positioned as a true farewell, a last bow before the next era begins, it could be justified and even welcome. Well, look, this theory makes sense if they, I think they expected the era to go very, very well, and it didn't. Right? Maybe this thing comes like they thought this would be the 4th Christmas special. Right, or something like that. But the reason they brought Billy Piper in was to have people go, what? Right, and talk about Doctor Who. And they stopped talking about it now. They moved on. Right? Because it wasn't that interesting to start with, frankly. Right? Look, no one's interested in queer Doctor Who. It's just the way it is, right? It would have been just the way it is. I'm sorry. It would have been better if the finale had been open-ended regeneration like the War Games. You're probably right. After all, Doctor Who is at its core about change. It's not about change. It's something that happens in it. It's not about change. About reinvention, moving forward, and honouring the past. It hasn't done that for the last 8 years. It's moved backwards and dishonoured the past. If this special is more than just fan service, if it serves a narrative purpose of allowing the Doctor to become whole again, then you're running a lot of fan fiction to try and explain why Doctor Who's shit now. Doctor Who's just shit now, baby. Some of this rumor isn't just another bit of fluff. Maybe it's a thread, ties everything together. Wouldn't that be great? Don't hold your breath. Genuinely, do not hold your breath, mate. Yeah, we'll go over here. Dr. Billy Piper and the Schrodinger's cat of regenerations. Love or hate it, Billy Piper's surprise regeneration during the Doctor Who Season 2 finale. Has everybody talking about series again? No, it hasn't. It hasn't. It's died down. Here, let's look at X. Let's see if it's trending, shall we? Oh, really? You did pull every last one. I agree with you there. Anybody talking about it? No, trending. Alcatraz and Toro, really? Get full summer. I have no idea what any of this stuff is. Dawn French. I'm glad she's trending. Dumb cunt that she is. Prevent. Yeah, no. See, no, it's not trending. Let's look at entertainment. Is everybody talking about Doctor Who? No, they're not. Yeah, Jungle Book apparently is coming back. Okay. Castle, G Gundam. No, so not everybody's talking about it, right? You're in what's called a delusion, right? Not everybody's talking about it. In fact, no one's talking about it, right? That's the everyone you meet. Literally nobody. We're dealing with crazy people. Okay. So, Andy, let's see what else you got to say. Well, that was the end of the season of Doctor Who. The new Doctor is Billy Piper, and everyone can stop talking. That's why Rusty Davis, everybody can't stop talking. It's over. I'm the one who did the best from it, and I feel it's slipping away right now, right? That's what Rusty Davis wanted. That's what he got. Casual viewers in the UK were pleasantly surprised that long-time fans pissed off and can't stop debating and complaining about it. Everybody hated it. Everybody saw it as a move of pathetic desperation, right? It didn't work out well. It's backfired, right? And if you don't see that, you're in delusion, right? You are genuinely in delusion at this point. People will be talking about it until there's news about whether or not there'll be a Thursday. No, it's gone. No one's talking about it anymore, mate, right? It's over. Until then, it's Schroeder goes to every generation. I'm really intrigued to see what they're going to do in Doctor Who magazine. Because in the modern era, they're not allowed to show the new Doctor until he appears on TV, until they appear on TV. All right. Yeah, that's not happening for years and years and years. And what, they're going to stick with the crushingly unpopular Shooty Doctor for all this time? I think they're better to do like they should do a McGann season, right? And then they should do seasons. They should do like, I don't know, 6 month seasons or 8 month seasons. Or, yeah, I think 6 month seasons, right? And then you control the narrative. You can do a McGann season. You can do a Eccleston season. That you see, that I think would actually get people interested. No one wants to see more Shooty or Jodie. And don't put Jodie in to say, look, she's just as much a Doctor. She's not. Fuck off. Everything post-Capaldi is fanfic. All right. Why do fans always twist their brains into knots to try and come up with an explanation that something that they saw in the series isn't true when history has shown us again and again that what you saw was not what you got? Well, come on. Like, it's interesting when you put like little extra touches in, but like when you make it the central focus, it's just fan wankery, frankly. The Doctor regenerating Billy Piper's face. Why would Davis contrive to create a fake out cliffhanger when he has always been very straightforward about twist and revelation? Because it was tanking. Doctor Who was in free fall. He was an absolute and complete failure. There's no commission for anything beyond this point that anybody knows of, right? And I think they wanted to make it seem that Doctor Who will return, right? Because that's half the battle of making it return. When it's always been straightforward, he has always clued the viewer in it that he does not. That he does what he says he will not do. He said he will. He does what he says he will do on the packet. Well, again, he hasn't really been faced with crushing failure in the way he has this time, right? And yeah, he's been faced with crushing failure. Oh, I'm really, he had to go. Look, mate, we all warned you. We all warned you. Nobody was interested in queer Doctor Who. Nobody. Right, and then the viewing figures bore that out. Many fans, including hardcore fans, hated the generation twist and tell themselves and each other that this can't be real. That TARDIS has contrived and failed or flawed regeneration, fake out when Stephen Moffat set up the president all the way back in the 5th anniversary, the day of the Doctor. The Doctor can choose to revisit some of his old favorite faces when they regenerate. Well, that's when he's a curator. Why wouldn't the Doctor take on the face of one of the people he loved most? And again, that was a bad idea, frankly. All right. Rose Tyler told him how to open up and love again after the trauma of the Time War. The 15th Doctor needed the 13th Doctor. Oh, fuck off. To regenerate, not in fear and anger and regret, but joy. Oh, I keep up so much joy. No, we were all joyful. You fucked off. Yes, yes, we were all joyful. To embrace that they're not dying, but being reborn, surviving. Well, no, Crowley died. To continue to live. For Davis, the emotions have always taken precedence over the convoluted law. Not really, actually. Doctor has always been what it presents itself to be. No, it hasn't. Doctor has radically changed in the last 8 years, right? That's why it's radically failed in the last 8 years. Doctor has already yes, the 16th Doctor will be the 16th Doctor until she ceases to be. How long will that be? One episode. Who knows? You can debate it endlessly about whether or not it was a good idea. It wasn't. and whether Davis is out of ideas, he is, or he's just trolling everybody. I don't think so. I just think he's out of ideas. In the meantime, he has just turned Doctor Who into a major pop culture talking point. He hasn't. It worked for like 3 or 4 days, maximum, right? It was literally 3 or 4 days, and that was it, right? That was it. I don't know. The great, magician's trick. It didn't work, mate. And if you think you did, you're just deluding yourself. And look, this is what the normals say: Doctor Who's finale infuriated fans, but the next series will fix everything. Do you think so, Tom? Tom Percival? Do you really think so? How? Well, I think we're going to read this right out. Like, really? How he's going to fix everything? Okay. Doctor Who's an odd place, both in fiction universe and it inhabits and our mundane reality. Yep, just like 89. Just like 85, for that matter. Last we saw, the tenacious Time Lord, Ncuti Gatwa, was burning away to reveal the new face. Looked very familiar. For whatever the reason, the last of the Time Lords appeared to have taken the form of old companion Rose Tyler, Billy Piper. Well, not Rose Tyler, because like this is a markedly older Rose Tyler, right? So I don't think it's the same Rose Tyler, right? I think it's a different one. Yeah. It's not Rose Tyler at all. It's like, again, it's older Billy Piper. And look, yeah, she's there to like, help the show, which is on its fucking ass right now. Right? That's why she's there. Didn't say that this unexpected transformation left a lot of fans very curious and some get downright furious because it's just desperation. Like, look at it. That picture just says we're done. We can't fucking do anything else. We're desperate. I don't understand it. We made Doctor Who gay. You didn't like it, so we made it gayer. And then we made it gayer still. It was so inclusive. And the more inclusive we made it, the more people left. It's almost as if we're excluding people when we thought we were including them. Could be. Did you think that? It was annoyingly, however, the BBC Russell David have remained tight-lipped on the situation at the time of writing. There's no word on the beloved series' future whether Disney is interested in helping to finance another run. It doesn't sound like they are to me. Do you really? You think they are? It doesn't sound like it to me. So what's a Gallifreyan superfan to do then? Well, here at the Metro, we gather a team of dedicated Doctor Who experts, Deputy TV Editor Tom Percival, a TV reporter Asaya Iftikhar, a senior TV reporter Rebecca Cook, and cracked out the crystal ball to predict what's next for both the show, both in terms of story and Thorny World TV production. Oh God, let's hear everything going to get wrong. Don't worry, though. Most of us are predicting a happy ending for the Doctor. Yeah, because you all live in cloud cuckoo land, you fucking morons. What am I up to? It might just me, but it seems very obviously that Doctor Who, where Doctor Who's going next. Regardless of Disney's involvement, I think we're getting at least one more special. Well, that's the plan. It hasn't been commissioned yet, right? And I don't know how they're going to get it commissioned, but that's the plan. We're going to do one. I don't think more. I don't believe Billy is playing a true incarnation of the Doctor and says it's far more plausible that she's a bad wolf MC borrowing the Doctor's body. Well, she didn't act like bad wolf. She's like, hello, and giggly, all right? Basically, in this imagined special, we'll see Rose's consciousness exist in the time vortex as the bad wolf when 15 poured his regeneration energy into the vortex to bring back Poppy. Part of that consciousness merged with the Doctor. What? Say that again. So he poured his regeneration into the time vault to bring back Poppy. And part of that consciousness merged with the Doctor. What, the time vortex? Okay. Sadly, it's not true regeneration. It's more like a meta-crisis. Rose Doctor has a limited time until the body finishes cooking and the true 60s Doctor emerges. Well, I think that's probably correct. I do think that's the plan. But, like, why wouldn't there be a David Tennant one with her? Because he's living in Donna's fucking garden. Oh, maybe they can have some more powerful chips for dicks to help him. Fine. In that time, though, she has all of Rose's memories and all of the Doctor's abilities, so she can try to track down her Doctor, a.k.a. David Tennant. Okay, that's not a bad prediction. Of course, over the course of the special, we get Rose Doctor traveling through the Doctor's timeline, running into familiar places, old companions, and returning Doctors, perhaps. You're getting too excited for it right now. But okay, before one final tear-jerking run-in with the 10th Doctor. Okay, fuck me, that would be a good story. Rose Tyler as the Doctor, Doctor regenerates, and she's got to get to the 10th Doctor. Right, and she bumps into other Doctors on the way, and if she doesn't, the universe will blow up, or she'll die, or the end. But she's got to get the 10th Doctor to somehow regenerate, right? But yeah, again with AI, with face switching, right? Totally, you could have Tom Baker in it or Patrick Troughton. Fuck me, that's actually a good idea. And the quest to find the 14th Doctor. And then they merge and I don't call it the 16th Doctor, just a whole new Doctor, right? This will either lead to a third season, or if the BBC decides it's done with Who, then the rejection were left open-ended for some future writer to pick up from a decade from now. They don't mean to do that. Whatever happens, though, I think it's time for fresh blood, and that means two things. Drop Rusty Davis and leave nostalgia for a new Who behind. Change is part of the DNA of the show's DNA. That's true. Doctor isn't about change, but change is part of this DNA. That's true, right? And the refusal to regenerate has been holding the series back. It's true. As he is prediction, the show goes on. Well, I'm intrigued. Disney will pull out of the deal, and the show will fall back to the BBC hands, returning in 2026 with a festive special by the time they've chosen the 16th Doctor proper. That is the best case scenario. I don't see that being so likely. That is a best case scenario. In the Christmas special, much like Susan cameo was teased and never addressed again, Billie Piper will make a fleeting appearance before moving on. Oh man, let's make it. Okay, the other idea was better. This is shit. I believe she won't even last a full episode, but a cameo will perhaps resolve in 5 to 10 minutes. That's a fair prediction. That is a fair prediction. As Redemption goes wacky due to Rose's energy being in the time vortex of the Bad Wolf incident. Billy will then regenerate into a true 16th Doctor and have their introductory adventure. The show will then return in 27 for a full season 3, ideally returning to at least 10 episode structure. That provided for Jodie Whittaker era with a brand new companion. That'd be nice. Belinda Chandler, Ruby Sunday, the 15th Doctor, and whoever Billy is portraying, we firmly in the past. That's what they really just leave it in the past. And like you, I hope to assume there'll be a new showrunner. Becca's prediction. Let's what Becca has to say. It's fair to say Billy Piper's reveal has not gone down well. It hasn't, right? It really genuinely hasn't. Most of the universe is putting the brand on life support where memories of the good heyday of Rusty Davis reboot are intravenously administered to keep the dwindling fan base hopeful that Alien TARDIS might fall through. I don't think it will. So if an idea like, say, bringing back a beloved companion and define the show's logic by making her a Time Lord were to backfire, as this is, how to best style it out? It's true. The season gave fans a lot on their wish list. Big budget that's never been on anybody's wish list. No, not only like real fans. Stellar Doctor, no, he was awful. He was just queer, not stellar. Lovable companion, she was great. Some cracking episodes. Okay, this season the quality of the stories were way higher. I will absolutely agree to that. That's true. But still, it seems the only fans turning in were the Meta super fans as we met them battling Mr. Ringading. Oh, don't want to battle Mr. Ringading, darling. Let's go out on a limb and say that Disney won't be back. I don't think they will. That Rose is the 16th Doctor. All logical predictions have been taken back. In order to get fans back in and keep Disney sweet, we have a big shake-up on my hands. They're not coming back. Huge. Billie Piper is so bonkers an out there person to appear in the regeneration. It could upset time and space continuum. And after ushering a new normal Doctor of the Week format. Oh, God, that'd be great. That would be great. Hear me out. Perhaps Billie Piper is explained away as some kind of timey-wimey nonsense. And perhaps it turns out the mechanics of Time Lorddom are broken. He, she, they is regenerating every hour, to be precise. Yeah, that could be. That could totally be. So for a one-off special, one-off special playing the Doctor will be the equivalent to hosting Saturday Night Live or going on Snack Wars or eating some chicken in whatever poultry promotion you prefer. The rotating cast of Doctor Who's Who, a whiff of desperation is all in the air, so why not lean into it? So you're saying a different Doctor of the Week. That sounds okay. I'm backing Tom. Tom, not that I think he's the most likely right. I think it was none of us the second. That was the one I liked the best. Yeah, that was totally what I liked the best. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.